All right, so Ms. G is back here and she has joined us interactive. Hello, Ms. G.
Hello, Israel once more. So join the conversation. It's Joy News on TV, on Facebook and Twitter. So today, the health personnel of the Pantang Psychiatric Hospital embarked on a sit-down strike to protest against the encroachment of hospital lands by private developers. The CEO of the Mental Health Authority, Dr. Akwesi Osei, appealed with them. Our own Kojo Yankson from Joy Super Morning Show went there to appeal with them, but they've decided to go through with the sit-down strike. Now, the situation looks bleak for the patients and their family who are in need of services of the hospital staff. We went out on the street to find out what you make of this.
I think it's not necessary for them to be on strike because people are encroaching on their land. Because the health professional, it is not their duty to deal with those issues. There are estate departments. They are separate from the health professionals, like the nurses, the doctors. They are different from us. I am an account officer at Kolebu, so anything concerning maybe land issues, it shouldn't be a concern to me. It should be a concern to those who are in charge of lands in that department or at that hospital.
If people are encroaching their land, it's not their concern, because it's government who have to see to it that the people don't encroach on their land. It's not for them. No, you have nothing to do as a patient or as somebody who brought your patient to the hospital. That's not your concern. It is the concern of the government.
Right, so that's the argument that people are making, that the hospital staff shouldn't be going on strike as a result of this. Because apparently it turns out that a court had actually ruled in
favor of
the supposed encroachers. Okay, and so it becomes difficult if you're holding down government and saying that government should do something about it. Government can't do
well,
much.
they say they are appealing. I think it was with you on the midday news. I heard them say they were appealing, or what you're in the one they spoke to.
No.
Okay, so I heard. Okay, yes, they said that they were appealing, and definitely they want to have the lands back. But let's see what people are saying on social media.
All right, so Baye Jeremiah says we're abusing the systems in this country. What business has the nurses and doctors have to do in the settling of land matters? It should be left in the hands of the hospital authority management and not the nurses. Innocent patients cannot continue to suffer with these unnecessary strikes. Then dear Simon says the government or any agency responsible should look into the matter quickly and bring it to closure unless it deems it not necessary. The health workers have a genuine concern and we can't blame them for the tough decision. Judicial Sudro says, I support them 100% because the president just told us not to be spectators, but we should be citizens. I hope their strike was not based on their financial demands, but it is to protest state properties from individuals. So the government should intervene and set a dialogue. And Duo His Song says the government should take urgent steps to support these people to protect this land. This idea of political and financial groups always trying to acquire government properties for their own use is very bad and should be stopped completely.
And why the health personnel rather and not the authorities, or are they part of the people selling the lands out? They should release the patients to deal with developers and they would not come there again.
You don't want that to happen.
Definitely we don't want that. And today's a regular Monday, but something straight out of a James Bond movie happened, and the security officials discovered secret hearing devices hidden in the office of the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, John Peter Amewu. In an interview with Israelite, the Minister John Peter Amewu expressed surprise that anyone would want to bag his office. Do you share same sentiments?
It's insiders who did it. Yeah, there are insiders who did that. Because no any other person from outside can have access to that facility or to the office in order to put up those equipment or to put up those things there. So I believe it's insided. Okay, that's my view.
So why do you think it was done?
It might be a plot. It might be a plot.
And Israel, this is definitely going to be a scare for other ministers. I've been thinking about this issue through.
I can imagine they wanting to sweep the offices.
Exactly, you know.
There are no such devices there.
I think John Peter is lucky.
All right, Judicious Odro Eric says, I think better investigations needs to be done to find the reason behind it. I hope this were some of the ways that NDC were used to access every information from MPP that led to Cabinet Japan and a focus dismissal. This proved that they should be vigilant because it was there for a purpose. Bayer Jeremiah says, whoever is having bad mind against the minister should forget it. The spirit of the ordinary Ghanaian is with the minister. The devil is a liar. We must win the fight against Galamsey. And Haruna Eliasu says, these Galamseyers are devising all manner of strategies to outsmart the government in the illicit operations. The ministers must not back down on his fight. He must stay on until Galamseyers are flushed out of the system completely. So, well, you're talking about Galamseyers devising all manner. We don't know that for a fact. You may have your suspicions, though.
Definitely, and this Galamsey fight is taking a different dimension and twist as the story unfolds. Some of our leaders are involved deeply in the Galamsey operations, and just like Israel said, we don't know that for a fact, and they want to render the efforts of the fight against it fruitless. I'm taking excerpts from Ace journalist Kweku Bakon. I don't know why nobody has invited him to give testimony to his claim on Newsfile. Are we really fighting Galamsey? You're asking. And Respi says, is that the minister? Is it that the minister has no security in his office, or he's not being trustworthy? The people working around him must be investigated. Anyway, he's a politician and must be monitored too. Now, I have some interesting news for you. You're not the only one who loves the beautiful game. Controversial fetish priest Kweku Bunsam loves it too. In fact, he loves it so much that he bought a second division team called Nananum Powers, which is based in Techiman. Now, his team has played 9 matches and has lost 7. You heard me right, 7 out of 9. The team financed by Kweku Bunsam is losing in the second division. But shouldn't a team that is financed by a fetish priest be at least second or third?
Because fetish doesn't have anything to do with football. Fetish cannot do anything with football, no. It is different thing altogether. Because football, you can't use juju to play football, no. Nothing like that. Because you train people to play football. So spirits cannot play football. So that one, I don't see anything there.
That has the beginning, has an end. So juju can help them at the same time. They can fail.
So you think that's why they are losing?
Yeah, and you know, there is a saying that maybe you've been at Kweku Bunsam, somebody might also pass in somewhere who is more than Kweku Bunsam.
Israel, do you also believe that his team should be leading?
You know, let me give you this quote. Growing up, we're told that if Jew had anything to do, or superstition had anything to do, black magic had anything to do with football or anything, Indians would have won the World Cup a lot of times.
Anyway, so let's see what people are saying.
On Facebook, Kwakwesi Flame says, this should tell we Ghanaians to enlighten our souls. Malam can never save you. Jesus is the way. And he has 38 replies. I can imagine it's controversial, but I don't want to go there. No. And Eddie Beck says, oh, okay, so you've let it all out there. But let's move on to the next comment, because it's quite a bit. All right, so Eddie Beck says, and I heard they don't concede less goals. If it's not 5, then it's 6, sometimes 7, with at least being 3. And Bash says his magic is within him and those that believe in him. His powers has no influence on any true believer. The power of Allah supersedes everything within the earth and in the heavens. And John says, don't malams and pastors who own teams lose matches. So God is abandoned them too. I'm sure that's what you want to say.
And maybe it's only pointing to the fact that black powers are not reliable. Can you imagine them saying their gods travel? Well, I don't know. I think that we have to refer to what Israel said earlier. But to be elected as a member of parliament is a huge honor. And in one African country, it is also, they also have very good financial rewards. But before you think I'm talking about Ghana or Nigeria, no, the country I'm talking about is Kenya. Yes, for many years, Kenyan MPs were among the most highly paid in the world. But now that era has come to an end. The Salary and Remuneration Commission of Kenya has ordered a review of their salaries and demanded that their salaries be slashed by a whopping 15%. And that's not all. They would also lose some of the very generous allowances as well. Now, for an African country, this is revolutionary. You shared your thoughts with us via Facebook, so let's quickly read them, Israel.
Nana Kwame says, what we need is to put NDC corrupt officials behind bars, not pay cuts. They have ruined the economy, not salaries of MPs. Them DSS, we need a similar thing in Ghana. Will they follow suit? Our CAF says they will surely find a way to make up for the 15% loss. Well, they are politicians, they're businessmen. They can be very selfish. Peter Danwa says, ha ha ha, it is a deception. What? They factor that into the amount they will steal from the state.
And Progress says, a very good example there from Kenya. I think that His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo should take a clue from it and do similar in Ghana by slashing down about 30% of your pay and also scrap off S-Grisha. And Esuman says, I'm more concerned about the allowance, which puts together is more than their pay. There should be 50% pay cut for Ghanaian MPs. So